Hello and welcome to today's stream. Thanks so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. Today we're going to be watching Manchester City taking on Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. Stamford Bridge, of course, are the home of Chelsea, who are top of the league currently. And Man City find themselves in 5th place. 5th place is not where City would have wanted to be. Already 3 points behind the leaders of Chelsea, and could, if Chelsea win today and beat City, they could go to 6 points. Thanks so much to everyone who's tuned in. Marcus, thanks so much for tuning in. And Callum, thanks so much for tuning in so far. And I hope you enjoyed today's stream. If you haven't already, feel free to vote in the poll as well. 75% of you have gone for a Chelsea victory. I'm not sure how this one will go. Personally, I think it will be a Chelsea victory. I think Chelsea will win the league. I think Chelsea will win the league. So that's who I'm going for to win today's game. But yes, we'll have a look at the team lineups now as well. Mendy is in goal for Chelsea. He makes his return to the Chelsea lineup after missing out on the game against Tottenham. Arrizabalaga took his place in that one. Azpilicueta is in defence alongside Christensen and Rudiger. James, Kante, Jorginho, Kovacic and Alonso are the middle five. And then up front, Lukaku alongside Werner. City's team is as follows. In goal is Ederson. Back four of Walker, Diaz, Laporte, Cancelo, De Bruyne, Rodri, Foden, Gabriel Jesus, Silva and Grealish. Obviously, the City team is very fluid, so they can swap in and out, and whoever, it could be Silva playing up front, it could be Jesus playing in the middle, or it could be a false nine with someone like De Bruyne. Maybe Foden could. So lots of options for City to try and break through the lineup today. Bench for both sides. Arrizabalaga is on the bench for Chelsea. Trevor Chalobah, Chilwell, Havertz, Hudson-Odoi, Loftus-Cheek, Saul, Silva and Ziyech. Mount has got a knock and Pulisic is still out injured. City's lineup is as follows. Aki is on the bench. Fernandinho is on the bench. Lavia, who played on Wednesday night, is on the bench, or Tuesday night rather. Mahrez. Palmer is also on the bench, who played on Tuesday night. Stefan is on the bench. Sterling, Jones and Ferran Torres is on the bench. Zinchenko and Gundogan both have knocks, and Mendy is currently suspended, as I'm sure all of you are currently aware. So that is the team. So it is a game taking place tomorrow as late at the same time as this one, which is Manchester United are at home, I believe. Yep, at home to Aston Villa. So we'll keep an eye on those. Ronaldo starts, Greenwood starts, Pogba starts in that one. And we will keep an eye on there. Ings and Watkins both start for Aston Villa. Brentford, Liverpool is at 5:30. Yep. And I think it'll be 2-1 Liverpool. Yeah, I think Liverpool will beat them. I will just put the update on for the game between Man United and Aston Villa to see how that one goes. 67% of you think it will be a Chelsea victory. 17% of you have gone for a draw, and 17% of you have gone for a Manchester City win. Ian, thank you much for tuning in. How you doing? Welcome back to the stream. Really appreciate you tuning in. 2-0 City. Brad Train, thanks for tuning in. Going for a City win. Yes, not many people have gone for a City win, but thanks so much for joining in anyway. So yeah, there is some games at 3 o'clock as well today. Everton taking on Norwich, Leeds versus West Ham, Leicester, Burnley, and Watford versus Newcastle are all at 3 o'clock. 5:30, Brentford take on Liverpool. And then Sunday, Southampton take on Wolves and Arsenal take on Tottenham. And Monday night, it's Brighton versus Crystal Palace. Hoping for a draw tonight. I can understand why you'd hope for a draw. It's certainly going to be one of those games which could be very difficult for both teams to win. But like I say, Chelsea, for me, are just slightly better at the minute. And I don't think City are fully up to speed. So I'm going for a win to Chelsea. But obviously, we'll be watching it throughout. We'll keep up to date on any games also kicking off at 12:30. Looks like the Alaves and Atletico Madrid is at 1 o'clock. So we'll keep across that one. There's a game in the Championship as well. Reading taking on Middlesbrough. So we'll keep an eye on that one. Middlesbrough find themselves mid-table after not a very good start under Warnock. 20% of you are going for a draw now, and 20% of you have gone for a Man City win. 6% of you still reckon it will be a Chelsea victory. I'm back to the boozer for the Liverpool game. Hope you have a nice time, my friend. Hope you have a nice time. So a victory would send City level on points with all of the teams on 13 points, which is Chelsea, Liverpool and Manchester United. But a victory for Chelsea would see them go 6 points ahead of the Premier League champions, which would not be very, very good at all. They both have only conceded 1 goal so far. Man City's conceding that goal from Son on the opening day, and Chelsea's only goal conceded was that goal from Mo Salah from the penalty spot. So Chelsea are yet to concede from open play, which is very, very good for them. Jay, thanks for tuning in. Big game for Manchester United today as well, even if it's Aston Villa. As they know, City or Chelsea has to lose or both to draw. Yeah, absolutely. It could be a very, very good day for United if Chelsea were to drop points against City, particularly if there was to be a draw, then they could go even top or even be top come the end of the game if the result was right if the result was right between Brentford and Liverpool, of course. 3-1 in favour of Chelsea, so you're going for a Chelsea win. Another person thinking it's going to be a Chelsea win. 62% of you have gone for a Chelsea win so far. So lots of people thinking Chelsea will get the victory. Personally, I think it will be a Chelsea victory as well, but we'll have to see on the day. Up the Sky Blues. Hopefully it's a good game. Brentford and Liverpool is, of course, at 5:30 tonight, and that will be an interesting one as well. I'll probably be giving that one a watch. Chelsea will get one and shut up shop. You wouldn't be surprised if they were to try and literally win the game 1-0. Although I have watched them, and I've watched them a couple of times, and I wasn't that impressed during the first half of the Tottenham game. Second half, it looked very, very good. And then I also watched the Zenit game, and they were very poor then. It's early to say, only some games in, but at the moment Chelsea do look that bit better than City. I think it's just because City had so many players come back late, and it takes them a while to get up to speed. And I think that's why they haven't started the best at the minute. But that's just my personal opinion. There is a game taking place in the Women's Super League. Everton women 1, Birmingham City women 1. Alex, thanks for tuning in. How you doing? Hi, Mike. Super nervous for the game. Come on, Chelsea. Hopefully it's a good game for everybody involved. Hopefully you get the result that you require. I remember around this sort of time a couple of years ago, I think it was the 2018 season when City won by 100 points. They played Chelsea around this sort of time. Maybe it was a bit later. Maybe it was a bit like October or November or September. So one of those months. And they won 1-0. And De Bruyne scored the only goal of the game. And it was a signal that they were going to win the title. So maybe this could be the day that Chelsea show that they're going to win the title. Man City have only won 1 in 3 games at the Bridge. 1-3 to City. 2-1 to Chelsea and 2-0 to Chelsea. Yes, they beat them the year that Lampard was sacked, so last season. In the last few years. I'm good, mate. How are you? I'm not doing too well at the minute. I'm struggling a little bit, but I'm okay. I'm just struggling a little bit. Yeah, so they did. They lost a couple of times to Chelsea, but they still won the league in the season in their first year. Obviously won there last year. And they won the year they finished with 100 points. But I don't think Pep has beaten Thomas Tuchel since he's taken charge of Chelsea. I think it's 3 games, 3 defeats, including the FA Cup semi-final and, of course, the Champions League final as well. So it's not been the best for Chelsea. Not been the best for City or Pep against Tuchel. Obviously, Tuchel's doing stage wrong. Thanks so much. I'm hoping I'll feel better in a few weeks. We'll keep up to date with all of the games across the leagues that are taking place at 12:30. If your team are playing in any games today, let me know how you think they're going to get on. Here come Manchester City. Ruben Diaz is the captain today, and I would imagine he will be the captain in the future, fully captain. I think it's still Fernandinho at the minute, but I think Ruben Diaz will be the guy who takes that mantle when Fernandinho eventually goes. Here come the City players. There's Kyle Walker, and here come Chelsea players. Azpilicueta leads them out. If you haven't already, feel free to hit like on the video. I'd really appreciate it, or the stream, whatever you prefer. 20 votes so far. 65% of you have gone for a Chelsea victory. Will that change? I'm not sure if you can change your vote. So it's the Premier League champions against the European champions. First time these two have met since the Champions League final. And it's going to be a good game. Major, thank you for tuning in. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Ruben Diaz is captain today, as I said. He will be parted by Laporte. Ake is on the bench. Stones is on the bench as well. Professor Pinman, thank you for tuning in. How you doing? You can't change vote. Ah, right. Okay, that explains things. So the team for City, Chelsea: Mendy, Azpilicueta, Christensen, Rudiger, James, Kante, Jorginho, Kovacic, Alonso, Lukaku, and Werner. Edison is in goal for City. Walker, Diaz, Laporte, Cancelo, De Bruyne, Rodri, Foden, Silva, Grealish, and Gabriel Jesus. I'm not doing too well at the minute, Major. I'm struggling a little bit, but I'm trying my best to be okay. Hopefully I'll feel a bit better in a few weeks. On the bench for both sides, you've got some attacking options. Hudson-Odoi, Kai Havertz are both on the bench. ZX on the bench. On the attacking options for City, there's Mahrez, Sterling, Ferran Torres, Cole Palmer, And then there's defensive options as well. Chalobah, Chilwell are on the bench. Silva is on the bench for Chelsea. And then on the bench for City, Ake, Fernandinho, and Stones are on the bench as well. Prediction 2-1 Chelsea. I think Chelsea will also get the victory. There is Jack Grealish, who makes his first start in a massive game. Probably his biggest game since the finals of the Championship, playoff finals. But a lot of you going for a Chelsea victory today. Not many people think a City will get the victory. There is Pep Guardiola. I honestly have no idea what this game could be. I'll go 1-1, but could go either way. It could go either way. Like I say, I think Chelsea will get the victory. I'm going to go 1-0 to Chelsea. No, I'll go 2-0 to Chelsea. 2-0 to Chelsea. What chance of De Bruyne lasting 90 minutes? It's slim. Maybe they won't need him to last 90 minutes. There are the City fans singing their hearts out. And just waiting for Foden to take the catch. So we'll be Foden to kick us off. And they take the knee besides Marcus Alonso, of course, who points to the badge. And the game is underway. First half is underway. Hopefully everyone enjoys the game. If you do enjoy the game, let me know in the comments. Hi, Chris. Thanks for tuning in. How you doing? City's defence looks alright, to be fair. Yeah, they've got Laporte back. Man United have also kicked off. They've got Laporte back, so that's better than having Ake. Ake is a little bit shaky for me. 1-1 my prediction. I've gone for a 2-0 win to Chelsea. But it could go either way. It could literally be any result. Whichever way you look at it, it could be any result at all. Yeah, it could be a Chelsea win, it could be a City win, it could be a draw. Here is N'Golo Kante, and Rodri picks it up. Very well done by Rodri to De Bruyne. De Bruyne to Gabriel Jesus. Hopefully he'll have a good game. It's nice to see him playing because he did seem a little bit down in the dumps last season, not being involved. Grealish puts the ball in, and that's out for a goal kick. Ridiculous that United Villa is on at the same time as this game, not even on UK TV. Yeah, apparently it's because the Cortinas, the band, are having a concert in Manchester, and they didn't want it to clash too much, so they've changed it to a 12:30 kickoff, which to me seems a bit weird. Surely they could have moved it somewhere, but could have been a Friday night game. That'd have been fine. That'd have been nice to watch, but they've gone with the 12:30 kickoff, which is a little bit strange. Been playing a bit of FIFA 22 early access. I have seen you had started that. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully you enjoy it. We will keep keeping an eye on the game at Old Trafford as well. Here is Ruben Diaz to Bernardo Silva. It looks like it is Foden sort of through the middle at the moment. It is weird, isn't it? It's very strange. I'm not sure what the thinking is. Gabriel Jesus to Foden. Bernardo Silva plays it to Gabriel Jesus. Puts the ball in and headed away, and will be a corner kick to City. Corner kick to City. We're on our way to 5,100 subscribers. Thanks so much for everyone who's been a part of the channel this far. Oh, thus far. Need to do some maths GCSE revision in a minute after this game. It's going to be a corner kick. It will be Foden to take this corner. In it comes. And it goes all the way through. Jesus will pick it up and he'll give it back to Cancelo. Looking for Grealish. You won't find Grealish. Christensen does very, very well. And he brings the ball away to Lukaku. If City beat Chelsea, then Liverpool beat City, Liverpool will be happy. They sure will. They sure will. But if City were to beat Chelsea and also beat Liverpool, then it would really put them in the mix, wouldn't it? I'm revising for my GCSE English, so I've got an interview to see if I can join the class, and because I want to go to university at some point, is basically how I'm doing. You decides for some reason not to notify me that you're alive. Oh, that's annoying, Jack. Glad that you've popped into the chat though. Yes, I'm hoping to join the class, and I'm hoping to join the class relatively soon. Good luck. Thanks so much, Alex. I really appreciate it. Big F. It is a big F, but if it was to happen, it would change things. I can't see City going to both sides places and getting the result. Here's Werner, and Rodri steps in again. Very, very well done by him. Bernardo Silva plays that wide to Cancelo, who's no longer sporting his blonde. Neither is Phil Foden. They've gone back to brown. Guess it didn't catch on. I guess I need to dye mine back. Goal kick to Chelsea. If I'm going to Uni Open Day on 16th of October, going to be a long day for me. Where are you going, my friend? Where are you going? Which ones are you considering? I'm interested. Mendy will take this goal kick. Mendy goes long. Headed on by Lukaku. City deal with it. Edison. Laporte to Walker. UCLan. University of Lancashire, I assume that is. Open day, then Bolton are at home to Wigan. I bet you're going to look forward to that one. So I went to Keele University, Cardiff University, and Exeter. Obviously, Kelly went because I'm not clever enough to go to university at the minute, but you know what I mean. Jesus' cross, headed away, or kicked away. Walker plays the 1-2. Walker's he's gonna put it in, I think. No, he gives it to Jesus. Jesus puts the ball in, and that's going to be a corner kick to Chelsea. Yeah, hopefully it goes well. Not been anywhere near University of. I suppose wherever you go, and you'll be probably moving away from home, right? Is Lancashire? I assume that's too far to get the train or to drive or whatever. I have no idea. So Jesus is hobbling along. Ferran Torres is on the bench if they decided to make a change. Foden is going to take this corner kick. In it comes. And Mendy is equally there. Thinking of doing accounting and finance. Other unis I've got courses favoured are Huddersfield, Leeds, Beckett, and Manchester. University of Manchester. What makes you want to stay in the area? Are you not considering anywhere a bit further? Obviously, I don't know. I don't know if any of those universities. I think Manchester's quite a good university. I'm not sure. I only know that X is pretty good, but I don't know. But yeah, I can understand why you'd want to stay in the area. Chelsea go long. Here's Werner. Kante, but he stepped in very, very well by Cancelo. Here's Rodri. Edison. Diaz goes forward. Jesus. I've heard there's a good university in Oxford. Yeah, there sure is. Good university in Oxford, good university in Cambridge, and there's one in pretty good. St Andrews is pretty good, I think, as well. In Scotland, Durham's pretty good. Exeter, of course, and what I see, Liverpool University is good for party animals. I don't think Jack's a party animal, so I don't think that would be any good for him. Cancelo. He might be, though. I have no idea. Walker. Oh, it's poor. That's going to be out for a goal kick. Poor from Walker. Thanks for everyone who subscribed so far. We have just hit 5,070 subscribers, which is very, very, very pleasing. Here's Christiansen. Rudiger. Kovacic, Jorginho. Out wide to Werner, who was fouled by Ruben Diaz. And it will be a free kick to Chelsea. If you haven't already, feel free to vote in the poll. 70% of you think it will be a Chelsea victory. 15% going for a draw, and 15% of you going for a Manchester City victory. I need to find a game where it's dead even, but I don't think I've had that yet. I think Leeds and Newcastle is pretty close. I think that's swapped a few times. But this one, Chelsea are the favourites at the minute. Jorginho to Rudiger. Rudiger bringing the ball forward. Kovacic. Marcos Alonso. I think someone I went to sort of school with went to Leeds to do business and finance or whatever. Something like that. And he's doing pretty well, apparently. So, there's that. Here's Cancelo. Cancelo knocks it long, looking for Foden, and can't find him, but he does find Grealish, who is down, and Reece James has done enough not to give away the foul there. Reece James is now down. They're just stopping to receive some treatment for the youngster on the wing. There's a collision with Grealish. Nothing in it, really. Nothing in it, really. He's just going to receive treatment. FIFA 22 have added features that empty seats start to appear if you're losing. That's absolutely incredible, isn't it? That's... I know that's such a small thing, but it is nice. It's nothing that annoys me more than on Football Manager, where it's like the 89th minute and the crowd's still full. It's like, no matter what the result is. So there is Champions League football this week. I'll be trying to cover as much as I can. PSG versus City looks like the one that will be most interesting for me. Reece James still down receiving treatment. Next Saturday is City United versus Everton, so I'll probably be covering that one as well. FIFA 22 is so much better than 21. 21 was disgraceful. I have to see how it goes. You might think the same thing after. FM at least always is realistic in terms of attendance. Yeah, especially like the Papa John's trophy and stuff like that is always a lower attendance, which is nice. Jesus. Although the away attendances aren't very realistic, I don't think. Something that needs improvement. Laporte. Porter goes out wide. Headed on. And Chelsea do have it. And Alonso is tackled by Jesus, and it will be a goal kick to Chelsea. Still 0-0 in the game at Manchester United. Manchester United versus Aston Villa. If you haven't already, feel free to tell me how you think the game will go, or vote in the poll. Let me know how you think it is. 75% of you really, really starting to think that Chelsea will win this game. 45 of you watching. Thanks so much to everyone who's tuned in so far. If you haven't already, feel free to hit the like button and subscribe if you are new. It's going to be a throw in to City. Bernardo Silva with the ball there, and Jorginho comes in and wins, but gives it away for a throw in. Ruben Diaz. Here is Cancelo. Cancelo. Ruben Diaz battling with Werner. Does plenty. Here is Cancelo. They don't go in as much. Bolton's outside the Prem fans only get 1,400, but in the Prem, given under 3,000. Normally, away fans can be given up to 4,500. Yeah, yeah. Particularly for derbies and stuff, just doesn't seem right. And someone needs a little bit of work, but I can't complain too much. There is a new game coming. Jesus to Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva to Rodri. Rodri's going to play it out wide. No, thinks about it again. Plays it the other flank. Here's De Bruyne. Gets it to Jesus, but very, very good defending by Christensen. But he wins it back from Kovacic. Well done by the Brazilian. Foden. Grealish. And he loses the ball. I think away fans add to a better atmosphere. Absolutely. Absolutely. Pretty sure on FM21 in League 1-2, I always had to go at the team if we didn't win. Yeah, sometimes I get annoyed when the result isn't what I want, even though... Do you know what I mean? Like, if you win 3-0 against, like in the FA Cup or something, I'm like, oh, I want more goals, and then they get annoyed at you. Here's De Bruyne, cuts it back, but no one there. Very, very good from City there. They are pissing about with the ball in the back, in the box there. They do get it away eventually. Away fans tend to outsing home crowd. Yeah, I don't know. I think maybe it might be like a thing because there's so... Here's Werner. He's through. He's gone out wide. Puts the ball in. Lukaku. Oh, great defending by Cancelo. And City bring it away. De Bruyne to Laporte. Yeah, they do. I think it's because there's like a smaller group, but it's a lot more of the die-hard fans. Probably because you can sit where you want at home games. Who's been more threatening so far? It's been fairly even for me. Not been too much. I think City probably have had a lot more of the ball. You can't sit where you want at Hereford. If you have like a theatre style ticketing system where you have your own seats and stuff. No, I don't sit down, so. No fans out saying Liverpool. They sure do, my friend. They sure do. They go long. Rodri, Jesus, and he can't find anyone. If Chelsea had City had a little bit more conviction, then Chelsea would be struggling. Walker. Here's Foden. Here's offside. I think that it just depends on the circumstances, doesn't it? Like when they sing "We Never Walk Alone," I think it's probably one of the most intimidating atmospheres in English football. Liverpool have quality fans. Yeah, they have quality fans. As do Man United. They have really good fans. Liverpool nil, Bolton nil at Anfield. Only time Liverpool fans sang was "You Never Walk Alone" pre-game. It's not a big match though, is it? Chelsea win just like last year's Champions League. Yeah, I think so. I've gone 2-0 to Chelsea. Here's Werner. Werner shot, blocked, and that'll be a corner kick off Walker. Fans were saying handball, but they've given away a corner. It was Werner's shot. It comes off his back. And it will be a corner kick to Chelsea. And it will be Alonso to take. Ball comes in, headed away. Headed away again by Rodri. And Rudiger commits a foul and it will be a free kick. Matt Target just missed an open goal from about 2 yards out. That's really, really bad news. I noticed that with Man United, if you don't support them, you hate them. I'm not sure if it's just fans I can't. To be fair, I feel sorry for the most. Grealish, and it's going to be a corner kick. City. Sorry for the most top 6 clubs of the die-hard fans, especially at the home games, etc. Except Arsenal. What they did the fans I can't stand are the football tournaments. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, if you go and you do well and you support them, but at the end of the day, not everyone can afford to go to these massive stadiums. It's very expensive. I don't support United, but I don't hate them. That's interesting. Ball comes in and Mendy takes it. Another poor corner. Now missed a good chance. Still 0-0 as far as I'm aware, Alex. If anyone wants to buy any fuel off me, let me know. Jokes. For those that aren't British, there's a fuel shortage. Laporte bringing the ball forward. Plays it out wide to Cancelo. Grealish is there. Finds Grealish. Plays it back to De Bruyne, but the flick can't find him. Werner, and he's battled off it by Ruben Diaz. I don't like United, but Bolton fans seem to act like we're rivals with them when they couldn't care less about us. Probably because you're leagues below, aren't you? But then again, you say that Stoke and Port Vale hate each other, and they haven't played each other in the league for years. Just one normal day in Britain. Foden plays it out wide. De Bruyne. Grealish. Walker out wide. Jesus. City controlling the game as you would likely expect City side to do. Jesus. Laporte. Space out wide. Tries to find him, but it is a throw-in to City. Kante gets the last touch. Looks like Michael Oliver wants to just have a chat with someone about something. Not sure what that's about. It's Lukaku and Rudiger with Bernardo Silva. Could say the same about us and Barry. Used to be fierce one. That even so, police would move the game till 12, even though us Bolton fans were never bothered about them due to years of no fixtures. I guess that's it, isn't it? If you're used to, for example, Hereford and Cardiff used to have a big rivalry, but we haven't played Cardiff in my lifetime, besides in the FA Cup. So they've always been leagues above, so it's not a big deal to me. Rodri. Still going. Can he get it out wide? He's gone back to Walker. Walker changes the flank to Cancelo. Cancelo tries to put the ball forward. Headed away by Rudiger. City have been the better side, I think. Rodri. Diaz. Rodri. Here is Diaz to Bernardo. Back to Diaz. 20 minutes in, it's still 0-0. Bernardo. Jesus plays the 1-2, but just couldn't get there. Well done by Rudiger. And Chelsea bringing it away. Here's Kante. And Cancelo gets a touch on it, but it does come to Lukaku. Plays it back to Reece James. It was mainly Barry fans who were bothered about a lot of our older fans who didn't really see Wigan as a rival. I presume when growing up, they were in the non-league. Yeah, so when years ago, Wigan were in like League 2. Like, that wasn't even that long ago. But to me, Wigan are a big side, obviously playing the Premier League stuff. But someone a bit older than me, they probably think of them in like, because when I was a kid, Hull were in League Two. And now they've been in the Premier League as well. And Stockport were in the Championship when I was a kid as well. Now they're in the National League and been in the National League North. Same with Luton as well. I can remember Luton in the Championship, and then they went to the National League, and now they're back in the Championship. Jack Grealish, and Kante does very, very well. Reece James tries to play it forward. Looks like Lukaku thought he was offside, so he doesn't run for it. We've obviously only been in League 2, Division 4 twice ever. Yeah, that's it. You're just different. Like I say, I'll come back to Port Vale and Stoke. Port Vale and Stoke haven't been in the same league in my lifetime, as far as I'm aware. Cancelo. Bringing the ball forward. Still going, Cancelo. Does he win a corner? He does win a corner. Very, very well done by Cancelo. If you haven't already, feel free to vote in the poll. 69% of you have gone for a Chelsea victory in today's game. Still goalless in the game at Manchester United as far as we are aware. And they are 25 minutes in also. Ruben Diaz and Laporte are both in the box. In it comes. And it comes off Alonso, and it will be another corner kick. Will be De Bruyne to take again. In it comes. And Mendy with the punch. It's going to be a throw into City. Yeah, so lots of different, lots of people see rivalries as very, very different. Like, for example, Kidderminster see Hereford is quite a big rivalry, but I don't really care for it that much. I don't really know how those two we would cross. To be honest, everyone seems to hate Liverpool, but we don't care. Yeah, a lot of people do hate Liverpool, and I think it's the same reason that a lot of people hate Man United. Is because when I was a kid, Man United won everything pretty much, and years ago when Liverpool were good, they won everything. So a lot of the hatred comes from there, I reckon. But that's just, for example, a lot of people probably in 10 years will probably hate City quite a lot because they've won everything. Reece James is down again, and it looks like Thiago Silva will be warming up. Everyone in League 2 hated us last year. Yeah, bigger fish on the small pond. You'd be the biggest game unless there's like a big rivalry. Chalobah is warming up. Silva is warming up as well. But he's just receiving some more training. Obviously, they could bring, as they just said on the commentary, Aspilicueta could go to right wing back, and then they could bring on a Chalobah or a Thiago Silva. Remember all those Facebook banter groups? As soon as it was announced we'd be in there, they never shut up about us. Yeah, I can imagine. It was similar when Hereford were in the lower leagues. They'd be obsessed. Because obviously we're a huge club compared to the clubs that we were playing. Maybe one day we'll be in the same league, Jack. Maybe one day. City haven't evolved naturally, but brought success, which is why they are hated. But this is what I can't understand, right? So hear me out. So you want teams to progress naturally, but it is pretty impossible to do that. So if you're, it's pretty impossible to do that. To naturally become a top 6 side is pretty much impossible with all the money in there. But I think the problem with what I don't like is they didn't want the Super League because it would go against British value, the values of the game. But you don't want anyone buying in and becoming your top 6 side, and I think that's also bad. Does that make sense? Like, you can't have Thiago Silva is coming on for Reece James, by the way, so you can't have Leicester. Leicester have money. Leicester have loads of money. They're owned by somebody who's very, very rich. Leicester aren't. It's not like Burnley coming up and winning the title, is it? They have got a lot of money. Then they're not. It's not a natural progression because they've spent loads of money. Like, they've obviously bought and sold, and they haven't got as much money as the rest. But they've still got lots of money. It is impossible to go from the Championship or the lower end of the Premier League to winning the title without an influx of cash. I wouldn't put Chalobah in the deep end if I was too far to bring on Silva. That's exactly what he's done. Not sure why Silva wasn't starting. No, I was a bit surprised as well. And there were fans thinking they know everything about our finances. That's it. The problem is when you have even trouble, and then you have a new owner come in and they have a bit more money, and they're like, "Oh, how are you spending so much money?" It's like, well, because they've got the money to spend. They're a big club. I hope that makes sense. I hope that makes sense what I've said, because I just don't think it's possible for any team to. Like, you think of any team that's had success in the last 10 years, like Fleetwood or Forest Green or Salford, who've got loads of promotions, have all had money behind them. The only team that's got loads of promotions that haven't are teams that have been reformed, like Hereford or Chester. Pompey fans probably experience the same as well. Yeah, they would have. They would have. Both huge clubs, of course. Walker. Diaz. Now City are a Big Six club that go to the exact same thing, and not letting Newcastle have a takeover. Burnley and Barnsley fans said we stayed up in 2018 from spending money we never had. De Bruyne, it's up in the air. Walker battling with it. Kovacic and Rudiger gets it away, and he scored at Man United. It's 0-0 as far as I'm aware, Ian. Yeah, I understand what they mean. It was quite annoying when Hereford stayed up and they didn't pay any of their players, but eventually they did end up getting relegated. Anyway, you know, is it fair that Derby, in all their financial meltdowns and overspending, survived and Wycombe went down? Probably not. Probably not, right? Do you know what I mean? You know, you'd feel very aggrieved if you were Wycombe right now. Very aggrieved. Not that the Bolton situation was the same. Definitely not. I can't believe they're paying Lee Anderson so much money to be a consultant. What the hell is that about, man? Here is Bernardo Silva. Bernardo to Walker. Diaz. Laporte. Cancelo. Everton women are 2-1 up against Birmingham City women. Kante long looking for Werner. Finds Werner. But there is Ederson to knock it out for a throw-in. Ederson blocked me on Twitter. And several other fans as well. I don't even been blocked by anybody. Well, people have blocked me, but I don't think it's for reasons that I've been I've tweeted them anything that they disagreed with or anything. Chelsea will win. I think Chelsea will win as well, Igor. Thank you much for tuning in. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Here is Rodrigo. Grealish. Back to Rodri. Shot. Takes a deflection and it's out for a corner kick to City. Good move from Rodri. Chelsea only had 29% possession. It says on my 28%. Yeah, it's not been great. Only 3 attempts in total, but 1 attempt for Chelsea so far. I don't block many people, but I'll often unfollow them, find them annoying or something. Ball comes in for Foden. A good header away. Comes to Rodri. And Foden cuts it back, and it's out for another corner. Jorginho gets there. City are starting to knock on the door. Brilliant from City. They're starting to cause a few problems. Yeah, I don't block many people. I mute people. I don't block anybody. I mute them usually. So Piers Morgan is muted, and a few other people are muted. Foden's ball in. Mendy gets a touch on it. Cancelo's going to pick it up. Bernardo. Yeah, and I'll unfollow people who, I disagree with their opinion. But I mainly just mute people I don't want to hear from. Only time I block is those people who spam live stream links, for example. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, like I say, I probably have got people blocked, but I don't know who that would be. Walker. Jesus. He's playing quite well. That's been a goal. Alaves 1, Atletico Madrid 0. Rudiger heads away. Very well done by Rudiger. It will be a City throw. Rodri. I don't do Twitter. Seems very pointless to me. Yeah, I mean, I think any social media can be, can't it? Grealish puts it out for a throw. Is that live? What? So corner kick to City. Corner kick to City. Taken short by De Bruyne. To Bernardo Silva. And ball comes in. To De Bruyne. He can't keep it in. Apparently Man United 12:30 kickoff is due to a concert taking place later, in presuming police and Manchester Council want traffic to ease before the concert. Yeah, it only happened 2 weeks. It's the Cortinas are having a concert, which you think that they would have thought about, because I can't imagine the Cortinas concert was a new thing that has just happened. So they should have really sorted it out before. Kovacic. I mean, I've not heard of a concert being a move in a football match before, but here we are. Very strange things have happened. Rudiger. Behind for Mendy. I think City have played very well, but they need to get one before half time. Lukaku loses the ball. Cancelo. Anyone played FIFA 22 in the trial in the last few days? Chelsea will win. Yes, I think they will win as well. But City are playing better than Chelsea at the minute. I haven't played it, but Chris has played it, who was in the chat earlier. He seems pretty pleased. Rodri. One of Bolton's games moved to Friday night due to Rugby World Cup, but since got progressed home. That's very strange. Cancelo's ball in, headed away. Bernardo Silva heads on and away by Alonso. Here is Cancelo to Rodri. He's played really well, Rodri. I think he's had a good game. De Bruyne shot, and that's way over the bar from the former Chelsea player. They're just struggling to create any clear-cut chances, if you know what I mean. They're having a lot of the ball. Once November TV games are selected as games during internationals, I think they might think about moving it back. Yeah, I've not heard of games being moved like that before. Hansi Flick is at the game today. German manager. Alongside Michael Ballack, of course, who's a former Chelsea player and German international. Here is Kovacic. Tries to find Christensen and does. Jorginho goes long. And he finds Kante. And here is Werner. To Kante. Flick probably watching Werner. Yeah, Werner and Havertz is on the bench. I sometimes think they just want to go to games. Rudiger's ball in. Grealish gets it away. Very well done by him. Yeah, like I think sometimes, like I think they can't be just watching one player. Do you know what I mean? I think they sometimes just want to go to the games. Obviously, they couldn't end up going to a game where there's no German players playing, because obviously that would be a bit weird. But I think sometimes they just want to go to a game, so they just have a player that they need. Here's Laporte. Chelsea needs to change the system, getting overrun in midfield. Havertz needs to come on. Yeah, potentially Havertz. He could change it at half-time like he did against Tottenham. Cancelo tries to play De Bruyne, just can't find him. Good from Cancelo, but nothing doing. Here's Kante, and he loses the ball. De Bruyne. Foden plays it to Grealish. And it's wide from Jesus. Couldn't connect properly with it. Good from City again. They're starting to create a few problems. Like see Saul. I mean, I wouldn't make too many changes at the minute. I think a good half-time team talk is needed. We are 5 minutes away from half-time. Lecce are winning 1-0. Based off what you're saying, I think Chelsea just need to get to half-time 0-0. Yeah, I think they probably will. City are creating chances, but they're not creating anything clear-cut, if you know what I mean. So they are not doing well. 6 attempts for City, 1 for Chelsea. Not been the best half for Chelsea. But the chances have been very small half chances. Mendy. Goes long. Bernardo wins the header. Here's Bernardo. Goes out wide. And Azpilicueta does very, very well, beating Grealish to the ball. Take a point right now. Yeah, I think so far Chelsea have struggled. But City haven't created too many opportunities. Lukaku is fouled by Laporte, and it will be a free kick to Chelsea. Yeah, clear foul by Laporte. And they take it quickly. Jorginho. Still no goals in the game at Manchester United, 43 minutes in. And no goals between Reading and Middlesbrough either. Reading are expecting a 6-point deduction for financial fair play irregularities. Azpilicueta. Kante. Kante puts the ball in. Looking for Alonso, and Walker does well, and it will be a goal kick. Bit better from Chelsea in the last few minutes. But will City regain their possession? I think they probably will. Rodri. Bernardo. Walker. Back to Bernardo. Did he go out wide to Cancelo? And he loses the ball to Jorginho. And here's Lukaku. And he's going to have a run. There's space out wide for Werner, but there is Diaz. And Walker's bringing it away. Rodri plays it out wide. Gabriel Jesus. And he is fouled, but nothing given by Alonso. Good work from him by the seam of things. And Werner loses the ball. De Bruyne. Bernardo Silva. Jesus. Puts the ball in and Rudiger gets it away, and it will be a corner kick to City right at the end of the first half. Bone to take this corner kick. And it comes. And it's headed away. Cancelo. Voting the poll, you haven't already, guys. Put the ball in, headed away. Ball comes back in. And there is Mendy. So the poll is as follows: 280 votes so far. Chelsea 65%, 13% for a draw, and 22% have gone for a Manchester City victory. Kante. And De Bruyne gets it away. And that's going to be a throw in. 2 added minutes in this first half. 2 added minutes. Silva goes out long. Alonso is on the ground and he's clearly fouled Walker there. And that will be a free kick. I will very much tune in. Chelsea FC. So you're going for a Chelsea victory. I think Chelsea will win, but they haven't played the best this first half. I think they've been quite poor this first half. We are 5 subscribers away from 5,780. 5,080 subscribers. So it would be great to hit that today if we could. Diaz goes out wide. Gabriel Jesus. And it comes to Chelsea again. Here's Jorginho. So the first half in the game against Tottenham, Chelsea looked very, very poor. And they changed it and won the game comfortably in the end. 3-0. Here's Kante. Werner. Headed away. Kante puts it out wide. Ball comes in and headed away as well. Here is Cancelo, plays it out wide. Here's Walker. Walker does well. Half time in the game between Reading and Middlesbrough. It's Reading 0, Middlesbrough 0. Here's Grealish. Grealish's ball in. Can't find Jesus, and that will be half time. So half time, it is Chelsea 0, Manchester City 0. It looks like it's going to be half time as well at United, and that looks like it's going to be 0-0 as well. Average half. It's been poor from Chelsea. Certainly seen them play a lot better. But they have done what they needed to do. This is still 0-0. The fixture in the Prem wouldn't have happened if they continued with that Super League. I don't know. I think they'd have still been allowed in. 309 votes. Thank you much everyone who's voted in the poll. 65% of you have gone for a Chelsea victory. We'll have a look at some of the half-time scores. So as I said, Reading is 0-0 with Middlesbrough. Reading being the better side in that one, and a victory for Reading would see them go to 8th place. A victory for Middlesbrough would see them go to 10th place. We're still waiting on a half-time score between Manchester United and Villa. Isn't Pedro still trying? He's still trying and failing. So possession-wise and stats-wise, it's been all City. 67% possession for City, 33% for Chelsea. 1 attempt on goal for Chelsea, of which wasn't on target. 6 attempts for City, none of which have been on target. Corner kicks, 9 for City, just 1 for Chelsea. 5 free kicks to Chelsea, 5 to City. Fouls, there's been more fouls by Chelsea as well. Total passes, City are dominating. Completed passes, City are dominating. Tackles, City are dominating. Attacks, dangerous attacks. Everywhere they are dominating this game, City rather. There has been a change for Chelsea. 29 minutes in, for those that are arriving late, Silva came on for James. Perez legally can't due to a government putting blocks in place. Everything he said about it was always at least one loophole around. Yeah, I don't think it's happening. I don't think the Premier League teams will get involved. I don't think it makes any sense for them to take that hit. It is half time in Manchester. Manchester United 0, Aston Villa 0. Holding, there's been a booking for Luke Shaw for holding. That is after 29 minutes, and Delo has come on for Luke Shaw just before the half-time break. Chelsea City are dominating in this one, and United are dominating in the game against Villa. 15 attempts on goal, 2 attempts on target, 6% possession, but it is still 0-0 in that one. A win for United, as things stand, take them top. A win for Villa, however, would see them go just behind Everton in 7th place. Hey, Mike, how are you? I'm not doing too well at the moment. Lenny, I'm not feeling too great. How are you? Or are you guys watching this? I'm watching it on the telly. Isn't it only Real Madrid, Barca, and Juventus still in the Super League? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It wouldn't be a good look if one of those teams was to win the Champions League, would it? However, I don't think Barcelona will win it. I'm not sure about the other two. So half time in all 3 games kicking off in England. It's 0-0 in all of them. 65% of you are still going for a Chelsea victory in the poll as things stand. So for you, I've just got I'm feeling quite anxious and stressed about things at the minute. So I'm having a lot of chest pains. So that's the matter. If Chelsea wanted to change it, they could bring on Havertz to bring on. They could bring on Saul. They could bring on Hudson-Odoi if they wanted to. Loftus-Cheek's on the bench as well. Ziyech is on the bench, and Chalobah is also on the bench alongside Chilwell. City, if they wanted to change things up, they could bring on someone like Mahrez to cause some problems, or Sterling. Ferran Torres could play through the middle as well. Stones and Ake are on the bench as well if they needed someone on defence. Fernandinho as well. Lavia and Palmer are both midfielders who are on the bench as well for City. Yeah, so not feeling too great, unfortunately. So there is some games in midweek. So the games are as follows. In terms of games that we need to look out for, Liverpool are away at Porto. PSG are taking on Manchester City. And then Wednesday, Man United are at home to Villarreal. Juventus are at home to Chelsea. And then Thursday, Leisure Warsaw are taking on Leicester. And then there's some games at 8 o'clock as well. Tottenham taking on Mora. Celtic are taking on Bayer Leverkusen. West Ham. I've got Rapid Vienna. I haven't seen Rangers. They must be kicking off, but I can't see Rangers. Thought Rangers were in it. Can't see them. So, you missed Perez into April 21 with too much debt. Perez, let's try and get Mbappe for 100 million. Yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense. It's just how they operate, which is craziness, really. What's your predictions for today's Premier League? So I've gone for a 2-0 win here for Chelsea. I think United will beat Aston Villa. Everton to beat Norwich. I've gone for West Ham to beat Leeds in the Super 6. Leicester to beat Burnley. I've gone for Watford to beat Newcastle. And then Liverpool to beat Brentford. Thanks for subscribing, Galaxy Boateng. I really appreciate it. You missed Charlton versus Bolton. I didn't mean to. It just didn't come up on my list, unfortunately. But those, I've probably been streaming a couple of those games. I heard about City going after Mbappe. I think they'll probably throw their ring into the hat into the ring rather. But I think they probably won't be becoming successful. I think he probably will want to move to Real Madrid. However, if he did take a look at the finances, he might want to move somewhere else. Camel Glick has been sent off for Benevento. But yeah, I think he'll probably end up at Real Madrid. However, it would be great for the English game to see him come to England. City have been the much better side for those that are just tuning in. So it's not been the way. Oh, Rudiger, he could be. Fancy Flick could be watching you, Rudiger, as well. City need a striker more than the winger. Yeah, but he could play up front, couldn't he? He could play as striker. I think they'll be looking at Kane again next season. I think they'll be looking at Haaland, and they'll also be looking at Mbappe. But I think Haaland is the guy that they'll probably go after. And if they add someone like that into their squad who can score 30 goals a season, then you'd be worried about the rest of the league. But just be interesting to see how they get on. Everton 3, Birmingham City women 1. So Everton's women are going to win that game. That's a goal in the 97th minute. But yeah, they could. I mean, if Mbappe's up for free transfer, I think everyone will throw the hat into the ring and say that they're interested. However, I just don't think that he'd be interested in all the teams that are putting them out there. Just not reality for most teams to be able to sign something like that. Like I say, I think as long as one of them comes to England, it'd be great. But I suppose, where would Haaland go? Because, if Real Madrid aren't going to sign both, Barcelona can't afford him. Bayern still have Lewandowski. PSG could, I suppose. Chelsea have got Lukaku now. United, I suppose, could if they wanted to. Liverpool, I can't see spending that much money, and I don't think Man City obviously could as well. Mbappe would suit Chelsea really well. Yeah, they just wouldn't sign him with the players they've got. They've got so much quality at the moment. They don't need someone like that. I don't think it would warrant. They'd have to warrant selling a couple of players to bring him in, really. So I don't think that would happen, unfortunately. Like I say, I think it will be a Real Madrid. He ends up, but yeah, that's what I think anyway. So half time, as I say, in the games elsewhere, Man United 0, Aston Villa 0, Reading 0, Middlesbrough 0. There are no games kicking off at 1 o'clock today or anything like that in England. Mbappe is going to suit Arsenal. I'm sure Mbappe would suit Arsenal, but I know Mbappe is going to Arsenal. I don't think that'll ever happen. PSG are faultless so far. Have they won all their games, have they? France. Um, they have, yeah, they've won all their games. They haven't looked great though, have they? There's a few late winners. They haven't looked good in Europe. They drew against Bruges, so I'm not sure how good they are. They'll definitely win League One. It's just a case of how they get on in Europe. That's the big one, isn't it? That's the one they need to win. They need to win the Champions League. City need to win the Champions League as well. So it'll be interesting to see how they get on. I think Spurs could beat Arsenal tomorrow. I think Arsenal will beat Spurs actually, Jack. I disagree entirely. But it's one to look forward to for sure. But yeah, I think it will be a win for. I think it'll be a win for Arsenal. Yeah, I mean, get a prediction for that game if you want to, but for me, Arsenal, I think will win because they're at home. They rarely lose at home to Spurs. It doesn't happen very often. But maybe it'll happen. Yeah, PSG are faultless. Yeah. Top 4 managers in Europe currently. Pep. Pep. Tuchel. Pep, Tuchel, Klopp, and probably Nagelsmann. I'm not sure. Certainly M3, and it'd be maybe like another one. I think Allegri is still good. If Arsenal do win incoming chance a full time of we are staying up, it'd be funny if they scored and Tottenham scored and they sang "That's why you're going down." If Arsenal lose, their fans will go mad. Yeah, they sure will. It doesn't happen very often that they win away from home, Spurs. But I think, like I say, I think it will be a Arsenal win. So half time is over. We are waiting for the second half to start. So half time is over. Second half is underway. I'd say Tuchel, Pep, Klopp, Rodgers. Rodgers is an interesting call. Rodgers has been linked to replace Koeman. Really? Can't see that happening. But that would be a good move. He deserves a better. He deserves a chance at one of the big clubs again. Shame no GT of late on AFT if that does happen. Yeah, he's not been on for ages, has he? Troops is gone. He's gone. You look chilled. Why are you anxious? I just got a lot going on at the minute, my friend. Like I say, I always say to people, if you ever see me in the street, don't expect me to be the same person that I'm on stream because I'm very shy. Very, very, very shy. Mendy. And Lukaku heads on but can't find anyone. Rodrigo. Back to Rodri. Bernardo. And Rodri's got it back. Everything goes through him, usually. Bernardo. Not as bad as when Sarri was at Chelsea and everything had to go through Rodri. Here is Cancelo. Jack Grealish. Cancelo. Rodri. And here's Rodri. Wins the ball back. De Bruyne to Grealish. And he tries to cross it, but it's blocked by Christensen. Here is Cancelo. Grealish still. I had a dream that I had pink hair last night. Awesome. Grealish is through. Can he cross it back? He can. Bernardo. De Bruyne. And that's blocked and can't. Jorginho will get it away only as far as Kyle Walker. De Bruyne out wide to Grealish. Grealish is shot and just wide. Reading missing 2 1-on-1s. Q Borough goal. Yeah, Borough haven't had the greatest start to the season. I haven't. I've got both texts on there and no one told me. City have started the second half where they finished the first. In control. Do you reckon that Grealish will get a good reception when he goes back to Aston Villa? Or do you reckon it'll be lots of booing? Werner is offside. Because I think he'll get a good reception. But I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. Riyad Mahrez is there. They go out wide. City finds Jesus. Villa fans associate with so salty. I don't understand what the problem is. Do you know what I mean? I really don't understand. Bernardo's ball in, headed away. I don't understand. I can't get behind it at all. Obviously, I'm not a Villa fan, which doesn't help. But like, I couldn't understand why they wouldn't. Why they'd be so annoyed at him leaving. Grealish should get a good reception. His departure has meant that Villa can grow. Yes, I agree to say they've signed 3 really good players, top quality players. Werner trying to run. There's 3 of them on Werner, and he hasn't won anything. Good work from Rodri and Laporte. Good work from Timo Werner there, though. Yeah, see, that's what I can't understand, right? Because he bought 3 excellent players with the money. You know, he moved to a team that's playing in the Champions League, who won the title, who were in the Champions League final last time. Why would you be so annoyed about him leaving? Because he's clearly bettering himself. So, he's moved for money. Yeah. He's going to be on more money. He's playing at a better club. If I was playing for Leyton Orient and I got to move to Portsmouth, I'd probably thinking I'll get more money there. But I'd also be thinking I can play at a higher level. I can play at a better club. More chance of winning trophies. So I'm a little bit confused by it, to be honest. I'm sure if there are Villa fans on here, they'd be able to explain it a little bit more. Cancelo. Laporte. Walker. Any tactical changes from Chelsea? Not as far as I'm aware. They've left. They have certainly haven't made any substitutions. And it looks like the same. Obviously, they have had Reece James go off. I'm sure some of you noticed that I haven't had a Pepsi today. I've been drinking squash. That's because I've stopped drinking fizzy drinks. So, bad news. Cancelo goes long. Cancelo picks it back up. Cancelo's still going. Whips the ball in. Thiago, and that's going to be a corner kick to City. Kovacic off for Sal. And hopefully they'd understand that it wouldn't have been easy for Grealish to leave. No, certainly he did seem very, very, very upset. It did take him a while. Kovacic off for Saul, hopefully. Yeah, they could do that. He is on the bench. De Bruyne to take this corner kick. Takes it short to Bernardo. Back to De Bruyne. To Cancelo, who goes past and shoots. Jesus. Shot! Yes! 1-0, Gabriel Jesus! He has opened the scoring. And Glenn Holland was just saying that he should come off, and he has made it 1-0. Gabriel Jesus. And wow, City deserve that. They have been the better side in this game, and they have got the They have got the opening goal. Only 23% of you fancied a City victory at the start, but now they have lead. So they take a short corner, which never works out. Comes to, I think that's Cancelo. Shot comes to, shoots at Gabriel Jesus, who takes a touch and then shoots, and it comes off a deflection from Jorginho. And Mendy is wrong-footed and can't do anything about it. Is this your only stream today? Yes, it will be my only stream today, because I did a 3 o'clock stream and it was awful. So probably won't be doing any of those in the future. And also 5:30, my girlfriend will be back from work, so I probably won't be doing any on then. A draw maybe 1-1 then, says Ian. No, well, City have been the better side and certainly deserve to be 1-0 up. Here's Bernardo. Diaz. One 0 Reading as well. Really? Cancelo. City go long. Grealish versus Christensen. Christensen does very, very well, but De Bruyne picks it up. Reading have indeed gone 1-0 up against Middlesbrough, as Alex said. Here is Aspilicueta. Ball in, headed away by Bernardo Silva. Comes to Kante. Rodri is there. Rodri's had a really, really good game for City today. Still 0-0 at Villa. Or at... Still 0-0 at Manchester United. So my prediction is totally wrong, because I went for Manchester City not to score. Rudiger. Alonso. Headed up in the air. Can Edison get there? No, he can't. It will be a corner kick to Chelsea. Corner kick to Chelsea. If you haven't already, feel free to hit the subscribe button. We are 1 subscriber away from 5,080. So corner kick to Chelsea. In it comes. And De Bruyne gets it away. Kante plays it all the way back to Mendy. Mendy knocks it out wide. Aspilicueta heads down. Laporte knocks it away. And Foden is offside, and it will be a free kick to Chelsea. Como 1, Benevento 1. Benevento down to 10 men in that one. Here's Werner, but there is Ederson to come out quickly and make a save. One thing Ederson is very, very good at is coming out and dealing with the ball. Very, very good. Very good at that. Rodri. João Cancelo. Kyle Walker. Cancelo. Here's Jack Grealish. Shots. Oh, good save. Really good save. And it's out for a corner. Great stuff from Grealish. Cuts the inside, shoots. Mendy with a brilliant save and just wide of the post. Great from Grealish. Ball comes in. Headed away by Alonso. Grealish. Havertz is set to come on. Here's Kante. Jorginho goes out wide. Aspilicueta. Lukaku. And he gets the better of Cancelo. Puts it in. Away by Laporte. Christensen to Thiago Silva. We are almost at the hour mark. Rudiger's ball in. Lukaku. And City get it away. And here comes City on the counter-attack. De Bruyne. De Bruyne still going. De Bruyne. Still going De Bruyne. And Foden is offside. And he goes around the goalkeeper. Mendy makes a save, and the offside flag is up, and it will be a free kick. Clearly offside. Cancelo. And Werner is offside, and that will be a free kick to City. Kai Havertz is coming on. And Kante is coming off. That's quite an attacking sub by Thomas Tuchel. So Havertz comes on. So we'll go to a midfield 2 of Jorginho and Kovacic. Scorer of the decisive goal in the Champions League final between these two in the spring. Ederson. And that's out for a goal kick. For a throw, rather. Alaves 1-0 up against Atletico Madrid at half time. $410 votes on the poll. 64% of you are going for a Chelsea win still. 24% of you are Manchester City. Rodri does well. Grealish. And Cancelo. And there's 2 in the box. Can he get anyone? It comes to Jesus, surely. Off the line from Thiago Silva. Thiago Silva almost goes in, but Thiago Silva with a great stop on the line. Ederson. Cancelo. City are really starting to dominate now. Chelsea still haven't had a shot on target in this game. Ooh. Gabriel Jesus is down. They've stopped the game. Chelsea under the cosh. They are. Gabriel Jesus is down and he's going to receive some treatment. It looked like a clear foul to me. Looked okay, just landed awkwardly. Half an hour to go. He's Havertz. Havertz is through. Havertz gives it to Lukaku. The flag's up. Is he offside? Yeah, he's offside. Offside. The goal does not count. Notice how the chat literally stops since City's goal. Yes. Chelsea under the cosh. Yeah, it has gone a bit quiet since City's goal. 416 votes. Yeah, definitely offside. Cancelo. It's been a really good game. Really good game. It's been one of the best games I watched this season. Particularly this second half. Walker. Gabriel Jesus. He's down. I think they're playing on. Can Walker get there ahead of Thiago Silva? No, he can't. Thiago Silva does well. Walker needs to get back in position. Aspilicueta. Lukaku, he's down, he's fouled, and it will be a yellow card for Laporte. Very good attacking play by Lukaku, wins it very well, and it will be a free kick. Ederson getting his wall ready. But it will be Alonso to take. 4 in the wall. Yeah, so Diaz is in the wall. Rodri, Jack Grealish and De Bruyne all in the wall. Grealish goes away. And Alonso to take. And deflected, and it will be a corner kick to Chelsea. And it will be Alonso to take this corner kick. Ball comes in. Headed away by Diaz. Comes back in. Alonso is onside. Puts the ball in, and it's very, very, very poor. There is a call for Thiago Silva fouled. See what happened. No, nothing in that at all. Very, very poor from Chelsea to be appealing for that. Very poor from Chelsea. That wasn't given. Throw into City. Cancelo with a throw. Comes to De Bruyne. Space out wide for Grealish. He finds Grealish. Grealish is through. Crosses it. No one there. Comes back to Jesus. He needs to find someone perfectly. He gets it away. De Bruyne. Shot. And that's going to be a corner kick to City. So corner kick to City. Foden is over to take the corner kick. Corner comes in. Headed away by Lukaku. And here comes Kovacic. There's 2 up. Walker's going to get there first. And to Ederson. Very good defending by Kyle Walker. And here comes City again with Rodri. Jesus. Back to the keeper. Playing very, very well still, City. Still no attempts on target for Chelsea. Ederson yet to be worked. De Bruyne. Does anyone want to change their prediction? Does anyone think City will now get the victory? Alonso's ball in. Headed up in the air. Can Lukaku get there first? There is Ederson. Brilliant goalkeeping by Ederson. I think he's just picked up a bit of a knock. And it will... I'm not sure what's happening. Just looking at Pep. Ederson to take. And goes long. And that's out for a throw in poor from Ederson. 20 minutes to go. Still 1-0 to City. And City pick the ball up. Kai Havertz gives it away. Grealish. Gabriel Jesus. There is still players they could bring on if they wanted to change things, City. And there's still players they could bring on as well if Chelsea wanted to change things. Sticking with a draw. I still think it will be... I'm not sure how it'll end. It could go either way now. It really could. City probably deserve to win at the moment. But if they get a second goal, I think it will be curtains for Chelsea. Lukaku. Good chance here. Kovacic. And shot is deflected and will be a corner kick to Chelsea. Brilliant block by Ruben Diaz. Alonso to take this corner kick. Ball comes in, headed away by Laporte. And Aspilicueta goes back to the goalkeeper. Here's Jorginho. Still no goals in the game in Manchester. Laporte. Ruben Diaz. Bernardo. Gets the better of Alonso. Still going. Picks the ball back up. Jesus. Cancelo. And that's going to be a corner kick to Chelsea. If Chelsea want to win something major this season, we have to bring in either Koundé or De Ligt in January. I don't think there's anything wrong with the defence. I think it's just sometimes Tuchel can be a bit negative, if I'm being honest. To take it short, back to De Bruyne. De Bruyne's ball is absolutely awful. Absolutely awful. We have just hit 5,080 subscribers. Thank you so much to everyone who's hit the like button, who's subscribed recently. I really do appreciate it. Hopefully we can get to 500 votes. Jorginho, good tackle by Grealish. That'll be a throw-in. I don't think there's anything wrong with the Chelsea's team. I just think I don't see how a defender would help. Rudiger. Heavy touch from Kovacic, and Bernardo picks it up. Bernardo bringing the ball forward. Rudiger, Christensen, and Chalobah are the main defenders. That is only 3.5, 3.5 out of 5. Grealish. Cancelo puts the ball in, and there is Mendy. Silver is good, but he's 37. Midfield is 4 out of 5. Attack is 4.5 out of 5. Yeah, I just don't think any of them would. Koundé might move in January. I can't see De Ligt being sold in January. But yeah, I guess I see your point. I think, yeah, there's a few aging players, and yeah, okay. I guess it would be. I see your point, definitely. Laporte. Here is Rodri. Jesus back to Walker. Kyle Walker, 75 minutes gone so far. Laporte. To go long, City. Bernardo puts it out for a throw into City, to Chelsea. Here is going to be the third and final substitution for Chelsea. It's going to be Jorginho coming off and Ruben Loftus-Cheek coming on. So Jorginho off, Loftus-Cheek on. They have made some more attacking substitutions since they went a goal behind. Aspilicueta. Loftus-Cheek. Loftus-Cheek bringing the ball forward. Yeah, very strange. I thought he might have brought on someone else. Could have brought on maybe Ziyech. I suppose that would be a bit too attacking. Hudson-Odoi, I suppose, would be as well. They could have taken off Werner, I suppose. I'm sure he knows what he's doing. Do you have the same barber as Jorginho? I sure do. I can't imagine how much he's paying for his haircut, but it sure isn't as much as me. It sure isn't as... I'm sure not paying as much as him. That makes sense. Bernardo, is he fouled? He is fouled by Alonso. It's going to be a yellow card as well for Alonso. I actually dyed my hair this way before Jorginho, I think. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think we have the same. A lot of people have gone with this though. I mean, Cancelo had it similar as well, and I do have it just blonde as well sometimes, like Foden. But when it needs cutting, it needs cutting. I don't have it long for too long. De Bruyne is fouled by Christensen, and it will be a free kick to City. Christensen is now in the book as well. That's 2 players booked in about a minute and a half. $13 to go. Oh, he almost gives it away. Here's Gabriel Jesus, scorer of the only goal of the game. I don't like it when the dog goes to the window. It's always very, very a worrisome moment. Here is Cancelo. Elf? Gabriel Jesus. Jesus is going to be a free kick to City. Walker fouled. Yeah, stepped on the foot by Havertz. The clock is ticking down for Chelsea. Noel Gallagher is in the crowd. And De Bruyne takes a free kick. Laporte! Oh, just wide. Should have been 2-0. Laporte just couldn't scrape it in. Ooh, just wide of the mark. Here's Loftus-Cheek. And Rodri steps in. He's been my man of the match today. He's been very, very good. Mahrez is coming on. I assume it will be for Jesus. Could be for one of the other players, though. Now, already, feel free to vote in the poll, like if you're enjoying the video, and subscribe if you are new. Loftus-Cheek pushes over Grealish. Loftus-Cheek, I don't think is good enough to play for Chelsea, if I'm being brutally honest. Here comes Riyad Mahrez. And it will be Kevin De Bruyne coming off. De Bruyne hasn't had the best game. His passes have been poor. He's not really got involved. But he's not been at his best, but he's done okay. Free kick to Chelsea. Gabriel Jesus with a handball. Loftus-Cheek is poor. Get rid ASAP. Yeah, I don't. He will be leaving, I think, come this time next season. Come on, Chelsea draw, says Lenny. I'm hoping City win. I think it'll be better for the league if City were to win. I still think it will be a really, really close title race. Cancelo. And Thiago heads it to Azpilicueta, who kicks it away. Comes back to Foden. Loftus-Cheek wins it. Only as far as Cancelo. Chelsea get it away. Advantage is played after Havertz is down. Here comes Timo Werner. Timo Werner bringing the ball forward. Cross comes in. And there is Kyle Walker. Loftus-Cheek heads on. And it's away by Bernardo Silva. Jesus. 8 minutes to go plus injury time. A second goal for City would surely kill it. Here is Riyad Mahrez. He's also got rid of his blonde hair as well. Grealish. And Cancelo plays it back to Edison. Chelsea equaliser in 85th minute. Well, they're going to need one, aren't they? They're going to need one. Edison goes long. It's out for a throw-in. Christensen. Edouard Mendy. Will there be, put in the chat, will there be a late equaliser, yes or no? Jesus. Foden. And here's Grealish. Oh, brilliant save. Brilliant save from Mendy. He is absolutely brilliant. I absolutely love him. I think he's absolutely fantastic, Mendy. Showing again why he's one of the best goalkeepers in the world. And here's Loftus-Cheek. He's bringing the ball forward. Here's Timo Werner. No, there won't be an equaliser, says Professor Pinman. That's for the greatest ball in. And there is Edison, another top quality goalkeeper. Yes, says Ian. And Riyad Mahrez is fouled. Yellow card for Rudiger. Another showing the Grealish save. Brilliant, brilliant from Mendy. City will rue their chances if they do concede an equaliser. City would go third if they were to hold on in this one. Chelsea would go down to fourth. Man United would go top of the league if they were to hold on to their 0-0 draw with Aston Villa. 84 minutes on the clock. Cancelo takes his throw to Gabriel Jesus. Cancelo. Grealish. And that's a goal kick. Good challenge from Thiago Silva. Chelsea score. Then it reminds me of some games on FM. Yeah, we do get these ones that are very one-sided, don't we? Aspilicueta. Plays it to Werner. Shot is blocked. They're calling for handball. His arms are behind his back. And Alonso is down. Nothing given by the referee, and City bringing the ball forward. Grealish. Kovacic wins the ball. Loftus-Cheek. There's been a red card in the game at Middlesbrough and Reading. Reading are now one-man advantage. Matt Crooks has been sent off for Middlesbrough in the 86th minute. Foden. Grealish. And Aspilicueta clearly wins. He clearly has the last touch. And City are going to make two changes now. Their last two changes are going to be Foden. It's going to be Fernandinho and Sterling to come on. And Foden is going to be one of the players coming off. So Foden off for Fernandinho. And probably... And Grealish is coming off. And Sterling has come on. Cancelo. Sterling. Keeps it in, but can't keep holding control of it. And Chelsea win the ball back. Kovacic is fouled, and it will be a free kick. Still 0-0 at... still 0-0 in Manchester. It was a very harsh red card. Lukaku! And Laporte gets it away. Better result for Liverpool than a Chelsea win. Yeah, I mean, obviously it's a long way to go. That's the greatest ball in. Almost finds Lukaku, but it goes all the way through. Ederson goes long. And it's headed back to Mendy. Christensen. Alonso goes long, really long, and it's straight to Ederson. 88 minutes on the clock. So Cancelo gets man of the match from Steve McManaman. I thought Rodri had a really good game. Sterling loses the ball. Here is Christensen. Still 1-0 to City. Ball comes in. Can Havertz get there first? No. Ederson gets there first, and it's a foul and a free kick. Well done by Ederson. Hope you have a good afternoon, Mike, and hope you feel better soon. Thanks so much. Good luck with your revision. Thank you. Brilliant from Ederson. Ederson receiving treatment. Kai Havertz receiving treatment. Goal! Manchester United 0. Aston Villa 1 has just come through. Courtney House. Horse. Wow. Hopefully that one's not ruled out or anything. But Manchester United are behind. 89th minute. And that would send Liverpool to the top. Or keep Liverpool to the top? No, that would send Liverpool to the top. So City would go second. So Liverpool could have a 3-point lead if they were to beat Brentford tonight or this evening. I would imagine it's going insane in the Aston Villa end. Give Ollie a new contract. Goal stands. Brilliant news. So Manchester United are about to lose their first game of the season in the league. They've already lost in the Carabao Cup. They're already out of the Carabao Cup, and they've already lost in Europe as well. Villa winning. Yes, I just saw that. Unbelievable. Come on, Villa, says Callum. Here's Timo Werner. Tries to find Loftus-Cheek. Bernardo still. Bernardo gets it away. Sterling. Rodri goes long, really long. No one up there. Liverpool are currently top as things stand. Not bad for Liverpool, is it? So Liverpool are top. Chelsea are currently 4th. 3rd. Man United are 4th. City have gone up to 2nd. Fernandinho. And here's Riyad Mahrez. And can't get through. Rudiger down. He's suddenly up now. For 1 minute left, plus an extra minute for the Ederson foul. Everton and beaten. I put the start of the season. Here's Lukaku. Ball comes in. Aspilicueta. Nothing given. He's down, but nothing given. And City are going to bring the ball away. Free kick to Chelsea. Yeah, I put Villa to finish in the Europa League spots at the start of the season. I thought they've made some really good investments. They're already a very good side. Aston Villa got up to 7th with their at the moment with their victory. Mr. Python, thanks so much for tuning in. How you doing? It's been a while. Would have been a good win for Villa. It will be a good win for Villa, hopefully. Free kick to be taken by Christensen. I'm very, very good. Thank you, mate. Ball comes in. Got headed on. And it will be... Oh, Ederson almost knocks it out for a corner. But Ederson does get it away. Here's Sterling. Gabriel Jesus. Bernardo. Plays it to Gabriel Jesus. It's good from City. Jesus shoots. Blocked. Very, very poor. Good tackle. Very good tackle. Very smart tackle. But it is a foul. It's a yellow card for Ruben Diaz. He knew exactly what he was doing. Absolutely fantastic. Last chance. I think this is it. Ball comes in. Ederson's there. Ederson makes the save. And that should be that. Something's just been thrown. Brilliant, brilliant. That's what you call a really, really good old-fashioned tackle. Brilliant from Ederson, from Diaz. He possibly won the match just in that tackle. Like a chocolate bar's been thrown at Ederson. Still we play. Bernardo Silva goes long. It's surely time up. We only played an extra minute. Full time. City have gone to Stamford Bridge and they have got the victory. It's finished 1-0 to City. Gabriel Jesus with the goal deflected off Jorginho, and it's finished 1-0 to City. City go second. What a brilliant. They needed that after a defeat to Tottenham and also a draw, boring draw with Southampton. But it has finished 1-0 to... It's finished 1-0 to City. Thank you so much for everyone who's tuned in. I really do appreciate it. If you did enjoy, leave a like on the way and subscribe, of course, if you are new. Thanks so much for watching. My name is Mike, and I will see you soon.